Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shooting Lifestyle with your boy down the Playmaker Sallins here. And we got a couple of heat checks to go with, and that's the first thing you see on the screen. We're going to the NBA for a heat check. We're talking about the Sacramento Kings, ladies and gentlemen. The Sacramento Kings are currently fifth in the West right now with a 9-6 record. The number one scoring team in the NBA at 121.4 points per game. They also 26 in opponents' points per game at 117.5. They are 27th in rebounding at 40.3, but they are fourth in assists at 28.3. So you remember when we did our opening show a while back, and I said that my dark horse team, my surprising team to make a run to get into either the play-in or the playoff was the Sacramento Kings out west. They started to pick it up. They did start up good though. They did not start off good because at the beginning of the season, they lost their first four games, to quality teams, Portland, Clippers, Warriors, Memphis. Okay, then they got a surprising win over the Miami Heat at home. Then they went to Charlotte and take care of business before losing to Miami at Miami and getting back on track of beating my Orlando Magic. So at the start of the season, they started off 3-5. It didn't looking good. It wasn't looking good for me. It was not looking good for me. And as we get around to my birthday, which was on November 8th, they played the very next day because nobody played on that. But after they played on November day before my birthday, Golden State took a loss. They are at 3-6. They are at 3-6 right now. And then from after November 8th, six straight in a row, ladies and gentlemen. Six consecutive games in a row. What can you say? They beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. They went to the Los Angeles Lakers, beat the Lakers. They got back to the Golden State Warriors. They destroyed Brooklyn on national television. That game was on TNT. 153. That's the most points scored in this season. That is the most points scored in the game this season. Was the Sacramento Kings destroying the Brooklyn Nets on national television? Okay, by on TNT. They followed that up by dropping 130 on the San Antonio Spurs and then dropped 137 on Detroit, winning six in a row. The lowest points they scored in this six-game winning streak was 120. Look at that. 127, 120, 122, 153, 130, and 137. And 137. It's just this team here is ridiculous, okay? This team is absolutely ridiculous of how they play ball. It doesn't make any sense. This team can put the ball in the bucket with the best of them. It is. I am amazed at how they do it. Looking at the stats. We're trying to look at the stats here. See what they're shooting like as a team. It looks like they shooting around 48%. They shooting 50.2% from the field, 38% from three. They are making shots. When you going to have on field goals made, that is ridiculous. As a team, like literally as a team, they shooting the ball very well, and they shooting almost 4 out of 10. They hitting almost 4 out of 10 threes a game. It is amazing to see this team play now. And look, we got to get this team on TV more. Because the only time y'all put them on national television was against the Brooklyn Nets and Kevin Durant. They dropped 153. They put on the three barrage. They put on a three barrage like none other. Matter of fact, let me go back to that game. That game was back on the 15th when they just decimated them. I mean, let's look at this. Terrence Davis had 31 points, 12 of 16 shooting. And he came off the bench and did that with 9 rebounds. He hit 7 out of 10 threes. Okay. Kevin Herter, 19 points, 7 from 10 from the field, 5 and 7 from 3-point range. Demonis Sabonis, 17 points, 7 boards, 7 assists, 6 from 6 from the field. Did not take a three. Harrison Barnes, 16 points, 5 from 8 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. De'Aaron Fox had his worst game of the season with 14 points, 5 for 12 on the field, 1 for 5 shooting. He had 9 assists, but it didn't even matter. That's how lethal these dudes were with shooting the ball. Keegan Murray, the rookie from Iowa, 4 points, 0 for 2 from 3, 2 for 6 from the field. Didn't even matter. Malik Monk came off the bench along with Terrence Davis, added 15 points, 6 for 9 from the field, hit 1 or 2 from 3. I mean, this team was on a mission against the Brooklyn Nets, and it showed. And it showed. And you see, as you see here at the bottom of the screen tonight, they do see Memphis at Memphis tonight. I'm gonna come back to that game because I want to go into what the stars of the Kings look like. De'Aaron Fox averaging 25.4 points per game with 4.8 rebounds, 6.4 assists. De'Aaron Fox is shooting 55.8% from the field and 38.2% from three. That is their star player of the team. That is their point guard. That is their leader. Okay. And then you go to the big man, Demontres Sabonis. 17.5 points per game with 10.9 rebounds a game and 6 assists per game. Okay. He's giving you a double-double with getting close to averaging a triple-double. And he's shooting 59% from the field and 31.3% from three-point range, but he takes 1 3 a game. Only one. He takes 1 3 a game. He does his damage on the inside, which is what we want from big men. Do your damage on the inside. This is what Sabonis is doing for the not Sacramento Kings. You got De'Aaron Fox. You got Malik Monk. You got Kevin Huerter. Okay, you have 3-point shooters around you. So Sabonis, you just man the middle, and we good. And that's what he's doing. And that's what I love. Okay, he's manning the middle, and I love it so much that he's manning the middle, and it doesn't take away from this team. Mike Brown's doing a hell of a job right now. And speaking of Kevin Huerter, that big free agent signing or trade that they did this offseason, Kevin Huerter from the Atlanta Hawks, he's giving the Kings 16.6 points per game, shooting 50% from the field and 49.5 from three. That's why they went and got him from Atlanta, to bring in that 3-point shooter, a sniper at that. And that's exactly what Huerter is, a sniper from long distance. And he's doing his thing, man. I got to admit, he is doing his thing right now, and you have to love to see it. You have to. You just got to love to see it right now. They're on a 6-game winning streak right now, as you previously saw. But the road of getting 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever the streak you want to call it, Boston had a long streak of 9 where they got snapped yesterday. Getting to 7 is going to be tough because tonight they're at Memphis. They're at Memphis tonight. And we don't know if if John Morant, Desmond Bane, and JJ and Jackson's going to play. No, John Morant is out for tonight's game against the Kings, but they will be getting Desmond Bane back and Jaren Jackson Jr. back, coming off the blowout loss to the New Orleans Pelicans the other night. But as you can see, these are the next 12 games for them. Memphis, that's at Memphis. They are at Atlanta on the 23rd, at Boston on the 25th. That's 3 tough road games and 3 hostile environments. FedEx Forum tonight, State Farm Arena in the ATL, and TD Garden in Boston. Then you come home, and then when you come home on the 28th, you'll be seeing the Phoenix Suns. And then after the Phoenix Suns, the Indiana Pacers. Then you go to the Clippers to begin December. Then you got the Bulls coming home. You're at Milwaukee, at Cleveland, at New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden, at Philly, and at Toronto. This list that you're seeing here, these 12 games that you're seeing right here, only one team is below 500. That's the Chicago Bulls at 7-10. Everybody else is at least 500 and above. At least 500 and above, and I can give it to you right now. First one is tonight. It's against Memphis. Memphis is 10-7. Your next game is against the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta is 10-7. Then you go to Boston, 13-4. Matter of fact, Boston is 6-1 at home. They don't lose home games. Where's Atlanta? Atlanta 6-3 at home. Memphis 6-1 at home. Then That was your 3 road games. You come home to Phoenix. Phoenix is 10-6. Then you got Indiana coming in. Indiana is 10-6. Then you go to the Clippers. Clippers are 11-7. Then you're home to Chicago. Chicago is 7-10. At Milwaukee, 12-4. They are 9-1 at home. Cleveland, 11-6, 7-1 at home. At Madison Square Garden against the Nets, 9-9. At Philly, 8-8. At Toronto record is 9-8. And they are 6-1 at home. Your road games are against teams who don't lose at home. Which is that's why I say it's good that y'all on this win streak. Y'all got 6, but I don't know if y'all can sustain it in this next 12 games, especially tonight. Memphis, they 6-1 at home. Atlanta 6-3 at home. Boston is 6-1 at home. Milwaukee 9-1 at home. Cleveland is 7-1 at home. I mean, this is not an easy schedule right here for the Kings, but if they can come out of this schedule at least 500, 6-6, they own to something. Because I'll put them at 15-12. And it will be an impressive feat. Because, like I said, Chicago is the only team that's under 500. They 7-10. The 500 teams are the New York Knicks, the Philadelphia 76ers. And I think that's it. Everybody else is it's a game above 500. Yeah, the New York Knicks is 9-9, Philly is 8-8, Chicago is 7-10. They're the only 3 teams that's 500 or below. Everybody else is over 500. But the lowest one being the Toronto Raptors at 9-8. Everybody else, 10-7 Memphis, 10-7 Atlanta, 11-7 Clippers, 10-6 Indiana, 10-6 Phoenix, 11-6 Cleveland, 12-4 Milwaukee, 13-4 Boston. This is a hard schedule, but I love what the Kings have done thus far in this 6-game winning streak. Let's see if they can keep it up with a difficult schedule ahead of them. So, but outside of that, that is the heat check on the San Antonio. That is the heat check on the Sacramento Kings.